Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a really powerful and sometimes misunderstood chapter of the Bible, Mark chapter 13. This is often called the Little Apocalypse because Jesus gives his disciples a glimpse into the future, talking about the destruction of the temple and the signs of the end times. It can sound pretty intense, but there's a core message of hope and preparedness that's super relevant for us today. The chapter opens with Jesus and his disciples leaving the magnificent temple in Jerusalem. One of them, totally in awe, says, "Look, teacher, what wonderful stones and buildings," and they really were incredible. But Jesus' response must have been shocking. He says, "You see these great buildings? Not a single stone here will be left in its place. Every one of them will be thrown down." Imagine hearing that about the most sacred and impressive structure you know. This actually happened about 40 years later, in 70 AD, when the Romans destroyed Jerusalem and the temple. Later, sitting on the Mount of Olives, four of his closest disciples, Peter, James, John, and Andrew, ask him privately, "When will this happen? And what will be the sign that it's all about to be fulfilled?" This is the question that kicks off the rest of the chapter. Jesus' answer is complex. He doesn't just give them a date. Instead, he prepares them for what's to come, both in the near future and the distant future. First, he warns them, "Be on guard, and don't let anyone deceive you." This is a recurring theme. He says many will come in his name, claiming to be the Messiah, and will deceive many. He also tells them not to be alarmed by wars, earthquakes, and famines. He says these things are like the first pains of childbirth. They are signs, but they aren't the end itself. It's a reminder that turmoil and upheaval are part of the story, but we shouldn't lose hope or panic. Then, Jesus gets personal. He warns the disciples that they will face persecution for their faith. They'll be arrested, beaten, and brought before rulers and kings. But he gives them a promise: do not worry beforehand about what you are going to say. For the words you speak will not be yours. They will come from the Holy Spirit. What an incredible comfort. In their most difficult moments, they won't be alone. He also gives a heartbreaking prediction that families will be torn apart by betrayal. But he concludes this section with a powerful promise: but whoever holds out to the end will be saved. Endurance is key. Next, Jesus talks about something he calls the awful horror, standing where it shouldn't be. This is a direct reference to the prophet Daniel. Most scholars believe this referred to the desecration of the temple before its destruction. Jesus gives urgent instructions for people in Judea to flee to the mountains without hesitation when they see this sign. The time will be so terrible, he says, that it will be unlike anything the world has ever seen. But for the sake of his chosen people, God will shorten those days. Again, even in the midst of immense suffering, God's mercy is present. Jesus also repeats his warning about false messiahs and false prophets who will perform signs and wonders to deceive people. His advice: be on your guard. I have told you everything before the time comes. After all that trouble, Jesus describes a massive cosmic event. The sun will be darkened, the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from the sky. And then, the main event, then the Son of Man will appear, coming in the clouds with great power and glory. This is the glorious return of Christ. He will send his angels to gather his chosen people from every corner of the earth. This is the ultimate hope that shines through all the warnings of hardship. To help his disciples understand the timing, Jesus uses the analogy of a fig tree. When you see its leaves start to sprout, you know summer is near. In the same way, when they see these signs, they'll know the end is near. He makes a statement that has puzzled many: all these things will happen before the people now living have all died. This likely refers to the destruction of the temple, which that generation did witness. But then he makes a timeless promise: heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. But here's the crucial point that we all need to remember. After describing all these signs, Jesus says, "No one knows, however, when that day or hour will come, neither the angels in heaven, nor the Son, only the Father knows." So many people have tried to predict the exact date, but Jesus himself says it's impossible. So, what are we supposed to do with all this information? Jesus' final command is simple and direct: be on watch, be alert. He tells a short parable about a master who leaves his servants in charge and tells the doorkeeper to keep watch. They don't know when he'll return. It could be evening, midnight, or dawn. Their job is to be ready and not be caught sleeping. And then Jesus extends that command to everyone, including us today. His last words in this teaching are, "What I say to you, then, I say to all, watch." So, Mark 13 isn't meant to scare us. It's a call to be spiritually awake, to live with a sense of purpose and readiness, and to hold on to the hope of Christ's return, no matter what troubles we see in the world around us. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this look into Mark 13 was helpful. If you got something out of it, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. Stay watchful, and I'll see you in the next video.